Hey everyone, I'm Nerd Queen Alexis and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the 10th edition launch trailer. We're going to go in depth into all of the things that I've noticed in the trailer and check it out. So, I have been busy. I have been away. Where have I been? Well, I've been working. That's pretty much the long and short of it. It's why I don't make videos as often anymore. But let's dive into this. Shall we? Shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay, first off, let me move this over to my other screen. Wow, that is super bright. Why is that so bright? There we go. Okay, so the next edition of Warhammer 40k has been revealed, and there's a really cool trailer. This is cool. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into the trailer. Ready? Because I'm not. I am so excited for this. My body is ready. All right. Just make sure this is low on your end. So, just so you guys know, this isn't going to be me watching and being all like, oh my god, Space Marines, ah! Anyway, this is going to be me talking about all the in-depth lore into this that I can see and all of the different creatures and everything that I see in this trailer and breaking down the trailer. So right off the bat, we got Bobby G. Dat Booty Guilliman.
Victory. That is what...
That image made him look like that one, it makes him look like I don't know how to describe it.
What the preachers
looks like a
cry
villain.
from the
I like
spires of their temples. What commanders tell the soldiers in their service. The Indomitus Crusade meets with triumph after triumph. Day by day we tear Imperium Nihilus from the despoiler's grip. And though we are beset on all sides, with each battle we drive back the mutant, the heretic, the alien.
Okay, so that's the intro of it. All right. So all of that, there's a lot to show in this trailer, okay? One, we actually get to see what Imperial Nihilus looks like, and it's or the dark side of the Imperium looks like, and it's messed up. But what I really want to talk about is one, Guilliman actually looks ridiculously good considering that he just died, got possessed by the Emperor, resurrected, bitch slapped Mortarian, and then the Emperor burned down most of Nurgle's domain, which then Bobby G was just kind of walked away from and then questioned if his dad is divine or not. Yeah, that was the whole Plague War books. So Guilliman looks fantastic considering that he just died and came back to life. Excuse me. Okay, so the next scene. Let's just mute this for a second. So right off the bat here, we have all of the different Tyranid hive fleets. Not the different hive fleets, different hive ships. But this is really cool because in here we have a couple of, let's see, it looks like they have two. So those are battle cruisers. They're not battleships yet. These are battle cruisers. So two of those and a space station fighting back against them. This looks very much like Battlefleet Gothic, and I absolutely love it. If you haven't played that game, please do. Okay, so let's go ahead.
The heretic.
So it's cool to see that they're trying to fight back against it. We get a Gaunt fighting a infiltrator.
As I speak these words, our forces engage the remnants of Leviathan.
I like that he says remnants of Leviathan in which sounds like this is going to be a quick operation. And then it turns out to be a whole tyrannic war. So we got all the new Termagants. There's going to be new Hormagaunts, but these are the new Termagants. They only have the flesh borer in here, but we saw from the profile that they have the spine fist, as well as another weapon. I think it was a splinter rifle. I do like that they're moving like velociraptors now instead of like trying to run on all fours. These guys are cool because this is a new weapon. Also, that Space Marine missed. This weapon is what the Black Templar dude has. So we actually get to see that Primaris Marines are using this. By the way, you're only going to see Primaris Marines in this, aside from the First Company Terminators, which are a mix of Primaris and normal Marines now. So Gaunt's being destroyed.
Lost worlds, atoning for hope.
Now, we get to see the weapon itself. One, he has a Crux Terminatus. Aside from it being, you know, a symbol of that, this means that this is First Company, okay? Which is kind of funny considering this is the intro to a Tyrannic War, and First Company gets absolutely annihilated in the Third Great Tyrannic War. Or the first? I forget which one. Which one's which? But the Ultramarines didn't handle the Tyrannic Wars all too well, and it was actually the Imperial Navy that did most of the work for them. Taking a drink really quickly. So we can see that they have a plethora of combi weapons here. We have a combi Melta with that's a oh my god, a drum-fed magazine on the top of the gun, which is a bit silly, but it's 40k weaponry. We throw realism out the window when we look at these weapons. He also has a Crux Terminatus on his gun itself, so this is a sergeant. You can tell by the red helm as well. But this is a First Company Marine, which is pretty cool. These are veterans. So that's pretty heckin' neato burrito. This guy looks like me after I had one too many drinks. You know, I just kind of explode. He looks like that guy from the fucking Harry Potter movies. I hate those movies, and I hate everything to do with Harry Potter because it's written by a TERF, but fuck if he doesn't look like him.
It's the stars.
This guy just hanging out. And now we get the first look at the Screamer Killer Carnifex. Look at this silly bastard. Hang on, let's see if we can get a good frame of him. Where is it? Because this is... we gotta get a good frame. I think that's as good as we're getting. So this is the second edition / like Rogue Trader to second edition 4-limbed Screamer Killer Carnifex from Rogue Trader Reimagined. It's got the head of what looks like a Gene Stealer. It's got the 4 arms, and it's a bit more brutish. It actually looks like it's slightly bigger than a Hive Guard, but not a Tyrant Guard. Like it's in that category of beast. So this would be like the third iteration of them, and it's just upright and just look at him. He looks so silly. I want this thing. And we know that everything in this trailer is coming out as a miniature. This guy is not doing so well. He's having his brain exploded everywhere. You know, typical Friday night for Space Marines. Now, there was also something right there. So, there's another combi weapon that fires. And it's a combi plasma. So, the Space Marines here all have different combi weapons. So we saw a combi flamer, combi melta, and now a combi plasma, which means that there might be a combi volkite, combi grenade launcher, combi grav gun. So, you know, there's multiple different guns that it could be. Oh, there was another good frame. Hang on. Let's see if I can get a good frame of it. This trailer's very well done, by the way. Let's go back a couple of frames. Where he's just standing there menacingly. No, I couldn't get it. But yeah. And there's the scream. The plasma scream that these things have. Okay. And now we get to see that other combi weapon. And then we get to see his combi Melta, which that didn't go well for him. And now we get to see something really cool. This Dreadnought right here is a Rifleman Dreadnought. A Redemptor Rifleman Dreadnought. And it just blows a giant fucking hole in the thing. Gets his face crushed, but let's take a look at the Dreadnought real quick. So I'm going to try to get the frame with that Dreadnought exactly. So yeah, we can see that this thing has storm bolters into the side. No top weapon, which is interesting. It has, I think this is a las cannon. It might be a multi-melta. It could be either with the way it's shooting, but it might just be... No, I think it's too big. It's a las cannon. And the other side is a multiple rocket pod, which is really cool. I love Dreadnought so much. I gotta get the Brutus Dreadnought. Then this thing gets its shit rocked. Gets face all smeeshed.
We routed the Tyranids at Baal. We broke their high fleet.
Now this is cool because that's a Gravis Apothecary. This right here is the Gravis armor, and I absolutely love this. My cat is also scratching the wall for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why.
Soon, their foulness will be but a memory.
And then we got the Lictor here, just tearing them apart, which is really, 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 really cool. I'm really happy to see a type of Lictor back. Okay, so now we actually get to see the Lictor right here. So at first I didn't think it was a Lictor, and then you actually get to see its two big arms, and then its two sights on the bottom. Let's see if we can get that. Yep. And there's a few of them going after him. Oh yeah, definitely is the las cannon. Then we get to see the combi weapon going off. We also get to see something really cool here that I think I missed the first time I watched it. One, new Hormagaunts. Because there's a Hormagaunt running on the side, but do you notice where their weapons are? Their weapons are mounted on their backs. I like this. And then there's a bigger bug in the background. So let's see if I can get that frame with the bug going down. Let's see this. Plop, plop, plop. Oh no, but these are Hormagaunts. So there's new Hormagaunts on the way. And then you got these things which look like terrain pieces. Because it's the capillary tower, and then it's firing something out of it. So that's interesting. Oh no, those are biovores. Yeah, there's the biovore with the gun on its back, or some type of biovore type creature with a new gun on its back. And then again, we get to see the new Hormagaunts running through the field. Look at how happy they are. We got the plasma firing. The Dreadnought gets his shit rocked. And then a locator beacon gets dropped. Now, this is... I always found the locator beacons to be a little silly. But let's just look at this fight in the background. This Space Marine is losing this fight. Like, he's going to survive it, maybe, if he goes comatose. But he got impaled. He's getting slashed. And he's just like, nah, I'm not done fighting. So then the teleporter beacon goes off. Cuts that one down, cuts that one down. That was actually a different creature. So let's take a look at these guys. So that's Tendrils. So this can be a Yumgarl Stealer. Or something new. It might just be a Gene Stealer.
Will not protect us.
Stab.
But it is our hope.
I do like that they're showing the Space Marines firing one shot at a time instead of like they used to do where the Space Marines just go full auto on everything. This poor Marine is not having a great day. Funny enough. So he's about to pull a pin on a grenade and, you know, just absolutely end his own life and kill everything around him, which looks to be Rippers. But yeah, in the RPG, Space Marines can just do this. They can pull pins on grenades and hold it out in front of them and just blow up and just be completely fine.
That will damn us.
All right, let's see if we can see anything else before the teleport homer goes off. All right. So we got all the bugs coming in, and they just appear to be gaunts. And then the teleporter goes off. Now, I know everyone is excited about these Terminators. I know everyone is excited about Terminators. I love Terminators. But I'm going to be real with you. They're kind of bad. Like regular Terminators. We're not talking Dark Angel Terminators. Dark Angel Terminators, tier of their own. They're really good. But typical Stormbolter Power Fist Terminators with an assault cannon, kind of ass. Like, I do wish that the Terminator squads all got mixed into one, similar to like how the Deathwing does it. So you could have a Terminator with a Storm Shield and Thunderhammer and another one, but like every other chapter except out of the big four, which is Space Wolves, Blood Angels, Ultramarines, and Dark Angels, aside from Ultramarines, everyone else has better Terminators. The Blood Angels just have more attacks, so they're just better by default. The Space Wolves can split up their Terminators and put them into squads, making them super useful. And the Dark Angel Terminators are just astronomically better than every other Terminator that exists. But the standard Terminator is kind of bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy like 10 of these kits, but still. I hope they come with Thunderhammer, Storm Shields, and Lightning Claws. And all of their other weapons, like the Plasma Cannon, if it's Dark Angels, the Heavy Flamethrower, the Auto Cannon, although I doubt they can get the Auto Cannon. But regardless. So he's wielding a Stormbolter Power Sword. This is the Sergeant. You can tell by all the iconography on him. Again, if you look at their shoulders, that's Crux Terminatus. It's made from the... It has a tiny, tiny, tiny piece of the Emperor's armor inside it, and it gives them a 4-up invulnerable save. Anyone who bears the Crux Terminatus in the Space Marines standard Space Marine Codex compliant chapters is typically a part of the first company or is a sergeant. So we got the Hormagaunts charging in, and then the assault cannon goes off and just mows them down. Pew 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 pew. And then we got this Chad coming in. One, nice beard. Look at that guy. That's a pretty well-kept beard. Two, I don't know what type of armor that is, because if you look at him, he's got a wrist-mounted Stormbolter, a Force Axe that weirdly barely has runes on it. He's got a runic armor, and by runic armor, I don't mean the Space Wolves runic armor. I mean he just happens to have runes on his armor. Similar to that of Aegis armor, these are wards to protect the Psyker against warp anomalies and his own paraling. He's got a psychic hood, and he's got these big-ass shoulder pads. He looks like an... oh my god, I just said the armor type. He looks like he's in... The Aggressors are in it. I literally just said it for the Apothecary, and the name escapes me. Oh my god, why can I not... Gravis armor. He looks like a Gravis librarian. I think that's what he is. I think he's in Gravis armor. I'm pretty sure that's Gravis armor. So he's all looking around. Oh my god, look at those things. Those things are giving that guy the best lick of his entire life. This guy is in paradise right now. I mean, this is serious Warhammer stuff. So these creatures are more than likely similar to the Damakaran, where they're digesting or trying to fiddle with this guy until they can get make the army around them get preferred enemies, similar to the Damakaran, or similar to the Malanthrope. These are new creatures. I'm not entirely sure what they got going on. They look pretty cool. I love tentacles. They're a lot of fun. So that's pretty interesting. And look at them. They just like rear up And they're kind of cool. They have 4 limbs? It looks like they only have 4 limbs. That's weird for Tyranids. But yeah, lots of tentacles. And then we have the Shrikes coming in. This is awesome. Ah, that poor Terminator. So yeah, they're desperately trying to fight them. And then the fucking Norn Queen shows up. Like, fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. Okay, that's either the Doom of Malantai, a named Neurothrope, or that's the Norn Queen. Also, the psychic power that he's doing right now is Force Barrier.
Our people sing of victory.
And he just gets absolutely fucked. This creature right here. Let's go back a few. So this might be the best Hormigaunt that we get. It's either a Hormigaunt or a Gene Stealer. No, that's a Hormigaunt.
Victory.
No, that's too big to be a Hormigaunt. That thing was bigger than the Space Marine. Hormigants are typically smaller. But it has the 6 limbs of a Hormigaunt. It just looks a bit bigger. It might be like some type of mix between like from Hive Guard to Gaunt, like in that category of size chart.
Victory as the galaxy.
Also, that guy had a heavy bolter if you looked. Oh, whoops.
Our people sing of victory. Victory as the.
Yeah, he had a similar heavy bolter to the heavy Gravis armored tactical marines. I can't remember the name.
Victory.
Also, we get to see the back.
Victory.
We're gonna keep hearing victory, apparently. But yeah, look at the Terminator captain. That looks really nice.
Victory as the Imperium rots around us. Victory as humanity rages against.
And this is really cool. We have a Primaris standard. So we might actually have a command squad. And that would be awesome if they put the fucking banners back into squads and stop making every goddamn thing a character. I would like that.
The dying of the light.
Okay, so we have another one of these big creatures coming in. So it's probably not a Norn Queen. It's probably some type of Neurothrope. Or a bigger version of the Neurothrope, which I'm okay with. They animated Guilliman so well.
Victory.
So Guilliman is still not convinced of any type of victory that can be had. He's also still not convinced that the Emperor is a god, nor is he convinced that the Ecclesiarchy is worth keeping around. He understands their uses and everything, but right now he just seems like a bit of a depressed boy. So yeah, that was the trailer itself. I think I counted like 10 new Tyranid creatures, like 8 new Space Marines throughout it. Oh yeah, and we did have confirmation that the Terminators are both Primaris and normal Space Marines. And then we got Lionel Johnson to go through. Holy fuck, this dude is just straight. Look at him. I really hope when he pulls his hood back that the ears just pop up. Like, boing! And that's what he looks like. Although I do really like this head. I don't like this head. I really like this helm. I really like his face. Does he have a ponytail? He has a ponytail! Oh, Lion, you get hotter by the minute. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You're so old. I love it. You look more like King Arthur now. That's great. Also, you're wielding the Emperor's shield, which means now we have 2 of the Emperor's weapons out in the Imperium. I'm hoping that when Dorn comes back, he just has the Emperor's hand. Like, it's just this hand. All right, guys. I want to I want to thank you all for watching. If there was something that I missed, comment down below. Yeah, just tell me what I missed. Whew, one hell of a trailer. I absolutely loved it. I hope you guys did too. As always, I'm Northern Queen Alexis. Love you guys. Bye.